This is the story
fuck?
of the newest denizen of the cave.
That room was something else. Yo, Socialist Audiophile, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub to Gurganile. Appreciate that. Enjoy the emotes, man. Nice to have you chilling around. Ah, shit. Ah! Is there another one? Yeah, he's down here being a prick. Yeah, we're definitely gonna hold on to... Oh, shit! We're definitely gonna hold on to leeching rounds. I would like very much to go to that challenge room. I do not feel quite strong enough. I don't really want to platform, but the platforming is not all that difficult in this floor. Watch me take damage now. Obolites disappear faster. I don't like that. Cleanse it. And restore my integrity. It's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna ask me if I want to fabricate something at the tail end of it, and I'm not gonna have the... I'm not gonna have the obolites for it. I can feel it. Oh, it just dawned on me that we didn't have the obolites on a previous floor to get the thing-a-ding-ding that makes it cost way less to upgrade our health. Like, instead of having to get 3 of those things, we got to get 1, or had to get 2. That was on one of the early floors, but we had just taken several quick beatings in a row. And I was like, I'm not going to worry about grinding it out until I know this run has legs. I got kind of distracted, and the next thing I know is we're here. Like, it just dawned on me. I think that was this run. Oh, Holly Queen, Hades is so much fun. Ryan, good morning. Is it possible to go back and get it? Nah. No, it's not, sadly. Fuck it. Oh, shit. No. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yeah. No! I needed that guy isolated. My nose itches. I'm low-key sad, but high-key happy that I missed your 6 months of Hades because now I get to see it with fresh eyes. Oh, what a fucking gem those 6 months were. Oh, Billy. Show me those pearly whites. Pretty good. Oh, Billy. Not that asshole. I hate him. Don't run. You come here and take your fucking medicine. Oh. You'd be doing me a monster favor if you just kind of accept your fate. I hate this fucking guy, man. Oh, good. There's two of them. I'm in love. Oh, I fucked up, Aaron. Oh, I fucked up bad, Aaron. Oh my god, there's fucking three of them. I'd like not to be stuck to that wall, thank you. Oh! Yeah, he's not fucking around, is he? This fucking guy, man. I like how he fucking teleports behind me and then lunge dives the shit out of me. I'd be very happy if I could kill fucking one. Nope. Wow, that's it. That's just the end. Ah! I could not get one of them to die. Just one. I just needed to thin the fucking herd out a little bit. Oh, so frustrating, Psychon. Warped rubber ball either carries increased repair efficiency. I mean, I like that, I guess. Oh. Yeah, that fight's a lot. I can't say I enjoyed that. I feel like that's one of those things where leeching seeds are great, but that fight feels like it's custom tailored to punish you for needing to hold focus on that enemy. That's a fight where, like, having the benefit of wow, he hit me with that, huh? He tracked me on that. If I was running on foot, he wouldn't have been able to hit me. But because I was gliding through the air, he tracked me perfectly. I feel like if I had like a pylon driver, I feel like, honestly, weirdly enough, if I had the rot gut snot rocket, anything that would have allowed me to hit him and then just run for my life, I think I would have been in much better shape than just staring that man down and hoping for the best. That was brutal. I did not enjoy it. Was that a mini boss or an enemy? That was like like 3 champions in the same room. That was essentially 3 champions in the same room. Like, we had just killed one before and it wasn't so bad, but then I kind of lost the plot and could not... Kind of lost the plot and couldn't navigate juggling all 3 simultaneously. The roughest part is that they'll teleport right behind you, and by the time you can get your point of view toggled around to be facing, unless there's like a fast 180 shift button that I don't know about, but in the amount of time it takes you to get turned around to see where they are. They're doing this, like, sick, desperate lunge for you that is incredibly difficult to dodge. I do like Weapon Harvester. Is this game worth $80 on Steam? I don't know about 80 bucks. I think I paid, did I pay 70? 60, 70? I have no idea. I was gonna say, I have no idea if you're international, if you're in Canada. Oh, 80 bucks Canadian? Yeah. Yeah, that works out. With the exchange rate, that's about, I would pay, you know, I'd pay 70 bucks again to play this with fresh eyes. 60 US? Yeah. If that's what you're accustomed to playing, sorry, if that's what you're accustomed to paying, this has been well worth the 60 bucks. That missed, huh? Cyberkai says it's 35 bucks on the Epic Store in Los Estados Unidos. Have you been keeping up on the Noida news? I can't say I have. What's going on with Noida? Spill the tea, as it were. There we go. A couple of new enemies and a couple of new spells. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm most certainly not, like, finished with Noida. Hello, wife.
Hello.
Alright. I'd had every intention of going back and getting the... whatever the hell the other thing was back there. And I still might. Oh, right, it was the more keys you carry, the better the salvage you find. I think, objectively, this is better. I miss having resin shield. Anytime, bud. Holy shit, that's faster than I thought it was. Wait, is that a... Huh, look at that. Little secret room tucked back there in the cubby. Oh, fuck off, dude. Oh, that hit! God damn. That hit too? Fuck you! I don't know why he was bleeding so much health, but I'm here for it. Portal beam, phasing rounds, and serrated projectiles. Seems better than my tendril pod modified sidearm. What did that turn it into? Well, we survived it for what it's worth. I mean, I would have survived the fight without the health, but I'm glad I didn't have to. Or I'm glad that I came out of there okay. I hate when it drops that champion fight on. What the fuck is this room all about? No! I've never seen that room before. I guess at least I got something out of it. Yeah, now I know for next time. We saw one of those in the snow level too. A place that I'd never seen before where you had to make a split decision about what gear you wanted before it took everything away. What was that? You know, man, I've chilled out on parasites. Proficiency. I can sleep on proficiency and feel fine. Not today, Satan. Every time I fired this fucking gun, man. That's all I can see. That's all I can see every Good grief. If you got a pretty decently sized, what do you call it? Not overdrive. If you got a pretty decently sized, yeah, maybe, the fast reload. If you have a pretty decently sized, fast reload window, man, you got no reason not to lean onto it. Caustic rot, durable rot, explosive rot. I mean, you know. Maybe if it was the same level as the weapon we were using. A lot of health on the ground in this one. Yeah, sure. Hey, this is one of my favorite rooms to get for that key. This one has a tendency... This is basically like the room with the sinking pillars, only we get to keep all of it. I do like a doubled Ovalite collection radius. We just won't go so hard in the paint on malfunctions. But I haven't really been leaning hard into malfunctions as it stands. The game can be difficult enough at this level. to not want to make it harder on myself. The Jack command I know is made for Jacksepticeye, but it's making me crave, I'll do one. Oh, we got away with it. I know that that's referencing Jacksepticeye, but it just makes me want Jack in the Box breakfast. Is that a weapon? Obelite Cedar. Ooh, that could be fun. Let's do one more. I'm hoping for an artifact. I did not get an artifact. But I have the space to carry whatever the hell this is. A second extermination sphere. Alright, well, if the Obelite radius thing becomes an issue, we can just get rid of it. Honestly, Apocalyptic, I've been craving a fast food burger too for the last like week. I've had cravings for a couple of different places too. But yeah, just a bag of nasty ass fast food sounds really good. Who did what now? Actually, don't have the retirement tab open. Activity. Who did this to me? Russ. Hey! I'm the proud new owner of Jack in the Box common stock. Hell yeah, dude. That's listen, that's an initiative I can get behind. Hell yeah. Thank you, Rusty. Yeah, hell yeah. Super down. Yeah, just trash burgers. They're opening up the first Steak and Shake here in Richmond this week, but I think I'll already be gone by the time it opens. But when I come back, maybe I'll check it out. I'll check it out and let y'all know how I feel about Steak and Shake that's not from Nat's Park. I don't really count that. The same as I don't count Ben's Chili Bowl from Nat's Park. It's not the same. So many locked doors already. Oh, are you really about to go get some Jack in the Box? Oh, God, good for you. So jealous. We don't do pools of death anymore. We've said as much. What a waste of a key. Ooh. Where are we going? See, you could definitely give me... a mini-boss now, and I'd be fine. But now we're not going to get mini-bosses. We're not going to get champion fights. Now we're getting platforming puzzles. Yeah, Jack in the Box sounds good. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're straight up just done with the house. That's right. We don't even get to... Well, I mean, like, I don't know what happens if we go back to the first level and check it out, but... the house here... looks like this now. It's still capping us as though we're standing on a porch. I was trying to see inside of it. Yeah, every once in a while it'll come up. It'll come up under like watch it again on YouTube, and I'll be like, yeah, man, I'll go back to that Jacksepticeye day. That was a fun day. We do have one orange place we can get into. I'll wait and see, though. That Atropian key thing is useless to us now. We have burned through all of it. All of our keys are gone. No. There we go. Jesus. This is a good time to have our Obolite collection range doubled. Nothing behind us. It helps that you're first in line. That's, I can tell you exactly why that went down the way it did. That is as a direct result of how good our alerts are. Thinking about it as somebody who has to do video editing, certainly not the way that he does it, but like, thinking of it the way that he does video editing, I'm sure his editors looked at that and went, yo, this guy's alerts are fucking crazy. Yeah, we gotta lead out with him, because like, yes, like here, I'm not saying there's a right way and a wrong way to say thank you to Jack for giving you money. Oh boy. But I am saying that I can guarantee you. Are you fucking with me right now, dude? Like, I got time to deal with you? Scary. Shit, I gotta say, full auto critical rockets with replicating hits sounds not terrible. Yeah, no, 100%. If I'm his editors, I'm looking at that and there's a lot of like, hey everybody, what's going on? We're live from my mom's cell phone right now. Right now, I'm using mom's phone to film me playing old school RuneScape. Thank you to both of you who are here. My friend Terry, who I'm pretty sure is AFK, but is a good friend nonetheless. And Nightbot, thank you for being here. Ooh, Slugshot. People have been saying Slugshot's really good. Alright, well, let's take that, see how we feel about it once we get it unlocked, and then we'll come back. We'll know that we have a full auto replicating critical rocket monster hanging out here, if we feel like we want to go that route. There's plenty of those, right? Like, I'm not dogging on people for that, but like, for some people, that's what their streaming experience is. That's what they can afford to do. And more power to them, man. They're out here streaming for the love of the game. And I respect the shit out of that. I wish more people did it with that mentality of just like, they're doing it because it makes them feel good. And they enjoy the challenge of it. But that's like 95% of what Jack's gonna see. But then our channel shows up. And what does our channel do? Our channel has the bit bomb. And frankly, somebody who receives $1,000 like he's been there before. I was more starstruck by the fact that he was way too famous to be slumming in our place. Oh shit, there's dropped health over there. Nice, that hurt real bad. So anyway, something spicy like that you don't see every day that you know is gonna wow people, you damn straight you stick that in the front of the video. You damn straight you stick that in the front of the video. Oh boy. If I had like leeching rounds or something, I could see talking myself into that. I do not have leeching rounds, so I do not think I will talk myself into that. Oh, thanks, Alyssa. I did find that video just a little bit funny, though. Because there are people who I think had valid points who were essentially saying, there were people who essentially said, are we counting people with 1,000 subs partners with 1,000 subs as small streamers. And then there were other people who showed up in the comment section of that. It's virtually impossible to search that comment section. I really couldn't find. I really struggled to find any sort of like third-party software that let me search tens of thousands of comments with any sort of efficacy. But I did find a thing that searched kind of okay, and saw a handful of people who said, "Are we counting people with 200 viewers and 1,000 subs as small streamers now?" And I saw other people who said, "Holy shit, Taffy's not dead." They're like, "I watched this guy back in like 2012. I just assumed a heart attack or a massive coronary, or the blade of a jealous lover or something." And I was like, well, soon enough, I guess. It's coming. Eventually, sure. Given a long enough timeline, the survival rate for everyone falls to 0, said Fight Club. I'm sure they'd say the same thing in nightclubs, too. Ooh, Slug, are you and I best friends now? Holy shit. I like that. Alright, Slug, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh, I fucked up, Aaron. Alright, Slug. Now I see why so many people had a big old boner for you. Your art is dumb. Your art is invalidated. Good grief. That is doing just absurd work. Man, so much malignancy. Wait, there's a baddie over here? Hello? Oh my god, there is a baddie over here, like a big one. I see ya. Please. God damn, it's like we exploded that guy with like Hayeks. The slug shotgun gives 0 shits. I was warming up to the shotgun as it were. I'm trying to get better about overcharge. Overdrive. I did it. I nailed it. I did that on purpose. Fuck. Platforming god. Bum, 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 bum. Don't fear the reapers. No, 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 no. God, it's a long walk. I got 2 orange walls I haven't cracked. I should go back and get them. While I'm thinking about it. When's Pretzel gonna get Don't Fear the Reaper for me? Scared the shit out of me. Wait, did I just leave this in here? This like wasn't protected. I just refused to pick it up. There's another one further back. I think it's back in this room. You'll have to buy Sony. Hey, listen. Retirement.gg is in trading hours right now. That's how I buy Sony, I think. Alright, so there was that. I don't want to take too much time to shit on a previous business partner. But I did have one previous business partner once upon a time chat whose genuine take for pretzel was, you know the underpants gnomes from South Park? 3-step plan. First, we steal the underwear. Second stage of the plan, question mark. Third step, profit. Yeah, this is exactly 16 Angry Bears. Nate and I had a pretty strong giggle one night. We were at TwitchCon at a pub. We were at TwitchCon at a pub in San Diego years and years and years ago. And Nate had been pushing the idea of creating this player for a while. I think, I don't know if we had named it Pretzel yet, but we had definitely named it like the 99 Lives player. And this same person who I do believe was trying their absolute best to run this company. Or make decisions based on what this company needed. The first time we tried to get Pretzel into existence like 2 years earlier. And this same person talked us out of that and talked us into a 24-hour Twitch channel live stream for Music Solutions because NCS and Monster Cat had one. A guy who is not only no longer at Twitch, but I think is living abroad because he is trying not to get extradited to the United States. But a guy who used to work at Twitch, who I now think is an international fugitive, trying to dodge extradition. Convinced this dude in our company that we didn't need a standalone player. We just needed to make a 24/7 music streaming channel like Monster Cat and NCS had. So we spent a lot of money and time backburnering Pretzel and bringing this thing to the forefront. And then we realized that a 24/7 music channel was not something that you could tailor to the needs of people the way you could a custom player with a catalog. And so a couple years later, instead of launching this thing a long time ago, we finally get back around to it, and this same person comes to realize that Nate was right. We sit together in this bar, and we're all kind of jazzed up about the idea that we're finally all together on the same page. Oh no! How? Stupid pillar. So we get all excited because we're all finally on the same page for the first time in years, because, you know, you get a lot of cooks in the kitchen when you're starting a company. There's no blueprint for how it's supposed to be done correctly. You're all just making your best guesses. And we didn't have a clear leader at the time. We were kind of handing leadership around back and forth like a fucking hot potato. So we were giddy about the fact that we all looked at each other and we were like, player? And everyone was like, yeah, player. It was like, player? He's like, hell yeah, player. Oh my god. Big fucker, aren't you? I say all of that to say, this dude's plan, when he sat down, he's like, alright everybody, I've got a plan. Here's what I think we should do. We should make this player populate the catalog, charge people for it, and then there was a big missing part of the plan that was just kind of like, and then we'll grow. Like, the middle part of the plan was like, and then we'll grow. And it ended with, and in a few years, we'll be as big as Spotify. And like, after the euphoria of having all the business partners on the same page for the first time in years ended, which only lasted a couple of minutes, Nate and I were stuck with like sitting there holding our jaws up off the table as this person like described what they thought should happen with like pricing and subscription plans and what our ambitions should be. And we were like, no, man, none of that aligns with what Nate and I are thinking should happen. And they're like, oh god, but think about it, like, we could sell this thing as a multi-billion-dollar company. As though it was kind of like written on a napkin. It was just like, You know what we should do is we should make the next Spotify. And we were like, am I the asshole for not thinking that this is how that's gonna work? That is not how it worked. How do I get up? Uppies. That's what we were saying, Celeste. We were saying that whole meandering tale started with, have y'all ever heard, or do y'all remember the underpants gnomes from South Park? Oh yeah, the whole premise of that long-winded story was we were so happy we were finally all on the same page. Hey, finally somebody who moves around. We were so happy we were all on the same page, and it lasted about as long as this person stopping and saying, like, you know what we should do is we should just make this company so fucking big that we sell it for $1 billion. And we're like, oh yeah, how do we plan on doing that? And they're like, I don't know, man. I don't even know. I really don't like the idea of swapping out here, but this has got 2 level 2s and they're both really good. You don't mind me asking, what was the split like for everyone involved with the sale? I mean, I don't want to get too into other people's money, but when Pretzel sold, I had rolled off in like 2018 to become a full-time streamer, and we had equity splits that were vesting. So if you don't understand what that is, I didn't either in the beginning, but it just basically means that everybody basically started with close to the same amount, but then the amount that you accumulated or kept varied with how much perceived work you were putting in and hours you could kind of track for yourself. So at one point, Nate and I were equal owners, but then I took 4 years off, basically, and didn't do anything, and just worked on my stream. So by the time it sold, Nate made millions, and I made tens of thousands. But I also hadn't worked on it in 4 years, so that I got anything was correct. But we had this conversation yesterday, part of the reason I would help Nate Beck hide a body. And then so that, like, again, like, I'm comfortable talking about mine and Nate's split. There were probably another, I don't know, 6 people involved with Pretzel by the time we sold it that I don't want to talk about what they got. Like, some people got more because they were grinding the living shit out of it every day. Some people got less because they were there as almost like an advisory position. But everybody either joined Song Trader or got bought out. Yeah, I mean, because honestly, Gurganile, for the most part, in a startup, almost nobody ever has just the money. It's nice if you have a partner who has money. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, where the fuck did you come from? It's nice if you have a partner who can just be the money. If you have, like, an independently wealthy partner. It doesn't happen very often, though. We had it with Ian, with Sunday. Sunday was almost single-handedly. I put money, I put 5 figures of my own money at a time that I really didn't have money into Pretzel. Or into 99 Lives in Pretzel. I believed in it that much. But generally speaking, all you can really bring to a startup is the value of your skill set or insights. You either are the person who... You're either the person who has the plan and the skills necessary to pull it off, oh, those are Obolites chasing me. Ow, fucker, with your tracking shot. I hope it hurt, dick. For me, I was a sweat equity guy. I didn't have specialized skill sets other than I was our resident streamer. Anytime things needed to be tested on a small scale, because you couldn't have Ian with his fucking millions of followers, you couldn't have Ian Sunday being the first time that something got tested because it would fucking fracture under the weight of his magnitude. So I was the small-scale streamer who tested everything in the early going. I was also the sweat equity guy. I was the guy who took every job in the company that nobody else wanted, which I hated. It meant that I did stuff like legal and bookkeeping. And it meant a lot of long hours, but it's the value I could bring was just the fact that I was willing to outgrind anybody else. I mean, not like Nate, but eventually Nate became the money and the equity, which is why when it sold, he kept the lion's share of it. Currently starting your own? Yeah, gotcha. So that was the solution that we came up with. We came up with a vesting schedule that it was like 4 years or something like that, and based on the amount of effort you put in, that was how much effort, or that was how much. I should have used the Obolite Cedar in there. I'm a big dumb idiot. Oh well. Yeah, the amount of effort you put in directly correlated into how much you got to take out. So at one point I was an equal partner, but then I didn't work on it for several years. I still got something. But I didn't get nearly as much as the other founding partners did. Yeah, Zombie Ron Swanson. I'll be a little bit heartbroken when I set this down, because this has just been, oh, what a treat this game has been. Just curious, was Noah the lawyer for the sale of Pretzel? He had his hand in part of it, but Noah had, we had a system built up where, oh, I managed to dodge that somehow. We had a system built up where basically only 3 people, me and Sunday and Nate, were equity owners in the company. And then we had something that, like, we couldn't call it stock because it wasn't stock. So we called it sprinkles. We called it sprinkles because we could. And it was essentially a profit sharing system for everybody who was involved with the company who wasn't an owner. So Noah charged hourly. Ooh, Blade Harmonizer and Silphium Extractor. Noah charged hourly for his legal fees on Pretzel, but didn't take any Song Trader stock because that could only be given to equity owners who opted out. And of the 3 equity owners, I was the only equity owner who cashed out. Nate stayed on and is currently the CTO of Song Trader because he held an internal coup. He was supposed to be just the Pretzel guy, but now he runs tech for the entire 9-figure company. It did not take them long to realize that Nate was more than just the audio player guy. And then Sunday, I believe, stayed on because obviously money is not a problem for Sunday. So he's interested in just having projects that he cares about being involved with. So Sunday, to my knowledge, stayed on as in an adversarial capacity. Lisa, hi friend. Everybody else who was involved in the company, and there were probably about 6 or 7 other people who had what we were calling sprinkles. Equity without equity. But of the 6 or 7 other people who were involved in the company, I was the only one who was technically an owner who got out. And I actually would not have seen very much in terms of stock from those sales, from 99 Lives and Pretzel selling. but Nate gave me 6 figures of his own payout because he just didn't feel like I had gotten enough. Again, which is why if he ever calls me and says, I need you to make a flight to Seattle and help me hide this body, I'll be like, dude, this body is as good as hidden. I'll eat that fucking body if you ask me to. So Taffy made that trip to Seattle, and he's come back, and it's nice to have his streams back again, but does anybody have, like, this weird feeling? God, how do I put this without sounding like an insane person? Does it feel like Taffy has a taste for human flesh? Am I overstepping my bounds as a mod here? I can't help but shake the feeling that... Am I reading into this too much? No, I feel that too. That's exactly right. God, I was thinking the same thing. Taste for human flesh. Yeah, I see that. Now that you've said it, I can't unsee it. Yeah, that's exactly right. Doom Sheep, what's going on? That's right. Nate staged a low-key coup within the company and hoisted himself up to the CTO position, and in his stead now, Rory just makes sure that everything is running well. Rory has put on the Nate pants. You're what I was looking for. There we go. Why do the cows keep returning to the field of marijuana? Is the pot calling the kettle back? The pot calling the cattle back. That would be hard for a non-English speaker. What do we get? Xenotech sight slows down time when aiming with alt fire. That sounds, whoops, that sounds really good. I would love more mechanic augments, you know? That strikes me as being particularly good. Anything that makes shooting easier. Alright, so now I want to turn right. I stepped out my front door to get breakfast with hands full of taking trash out. Walked right into a spider web that hit the crease of my eyelids perfectly and laid itself upon my eyeball. I about died in Nope. That said, did you get Jack in the Box? I'm gonna need you to describe it to me slowly. Don't rush, I want to take my time with this. Oh. I love you, Jack in the Box. You're not the best. But you were always exactly what I want. Is Glitch still here? Not sure. Not sure. We have a lot of health for the first floor. Oh man, Lauren, is there any Jack in the Box in the city you're thinking about moving to? Maybe if I open a franchise here in Virginia. Maybe if I open a Jack in the Box in Virginia, I'll choose to open up I'll choose to open up another one just for you. There are 2 of them there? Hell yeah. Alright. Avenge! Ah, shit. I didn't mean it. I meant it. Fuck you. Spray, delay, and walk away. Thank you, Queer Eye, for the straight guy. Queer Eye taught me how to put on cologne when I was in my teens, but now it's also teaching me how to handle champion mini bosses in Returnal. Is there anything they don't know? Happy Pride, everybody! I'm in a tree. We're going over this weekend to look at houses. Interesting. Oh shit, that's right. Torrens in Japan. I had ramen today that was made by a lady in her 80s. I met a guy who took us there and had to say a passcode for us to eat. We were also not allowed to have our phones on us. Oh. Oh. My friendship with trashy fast food hamburgers is ended. Secret passcode ramen is my new best friend. God damn, Torrin. I wants it. No, I needs it.